Hello everyone, back to you in today's video. Going to have a look at the weather for the next week to 10 days in today's video. This takes around the 18th of June, so going into the second half of the month. There's signs of high pressure building up from the Azores, so possibly some good news if you want some drier and warmer weather. We'll start off with the 500 millibar height anomaly flow charts for the next week to 10 days. Got the ECMWF here on the top, and the GFS, which I'll look at in a moment, is on the bottom. 500 millibars, 80,000 feet is an area in the atmosphere. High pressure and low pressure are being moved around by a jet stream running above. Red extrapolates high pressure, blue to low pressure. These are mean flow charts for 7 to 10 days time. And look at this, the ECMWF is placing a big ridge of above average heights over the UK and two western parts of Europe. We've got the trough in the Atlantic and the jet streams going to the north as well. That looks like it's a return of summer. You would be expecting warm, dry and sunny weather to be across many parts of the UK and also Western Europe with that scenario. The GFS is very similar. So again, there's that ridge across the west of Europe, maybe ever so slightly to the south. Trough is in the northern Atlantic. And we might be getting impacted by the jet stream just a little bit more compared to the ECMWF. Especially for the north, it could be a little bit more unsettled. But overall, they're both in agreement to the broad idea, which is high pressure to build up from the Azores as we go through into the middle part of June. So these are the GFS temperature and precipitation ensembles next 2 weeks. The red line here is the upper air temperature average. So we're going to be a bit up and down with the temperatures over the weekend instead of next week. But then as we get through into the middle part of next week and beyond, those temperatures look like they're properly lifting up. So we're going into a warm spell, I think, in the second half of the month. Fairly good agreement on that. Of course, it is the extended range of the GFS ensemble, so it can't be relied upon, but that is certainly the signal this morning to be turning things warmer for the second half of June. Also, really quite dry as well. A little bit of showery rain coming up into the weekend. But after that, lots of dry weather, essentially. It really does look very dry indeed, that ensemble, as we're going through into the middle part of June. Then probably extending out into the second half of the month. So this could be quite an extended period, quite a prolonged period of warm and dry weather that's setting up in the middle part of June. Temperature anomaly, still nothing to get excited about at this stage. Just go from the first, Thursday, the 8th of June today, through to next Friday, Friday the 16th of June. It's a little bit above average, but not significantly so. However, I suspect these will start to trend warmer over the next few days. Precipitation anomaly still looking a little bit wetter than average in the northwest, but drier than average in the southeast. I expect these to trend drier over the coming days. So essentially, I think we'll be trending drier and warmer with these charts in the days ahead. Here's the GFS for Monday. Still got low pressure to the north of Scotland. Still probably bringing some sort of showery band of rain in across the north. Mostly dry, I would have thought, down in the south. Through to Tuesday and Wednesday, again a little bit of an influence from these areas of low pressure, especially for the north. So still, but to the middle part of next week looks a little bit unsettled for the north and west. The south and the east, close to this ridge from the Azores, looks drier there. Going through to Thursday the 15th of June, we push out low pressure through, and then the Azores high starts to make its move. It starts to throw up this ridge from the southwest, which by the time you get through to Friday the 16th of June is essentially forming a big area of high pressure very close to the UK. So obviously that's breaking out of the unsettled weather, going into something significantly drier, also a little bit warmer as well. And then it's going to a weekend of 17th, 18th of June, but look at that, high pressure is parked right over the top of the country, slap bang over the top of us, so it would be very dry and also increasingly warm. You'd have unbroken sunshine with that, I would have thought, and day by day temperatures would be lifting up. So certainly by sunny 18th of June, in that sort of scenario, you can expect temperatures to be rising into the mid-20s Celsius, 24, 25, 26 degrees. Certainly not out of the question there. Looks like a really good weekend, 17th, 18th of June. ECMWF, we know it's going to be very similar because we've already seen it on the high anomaly flow chart. So for the start of next week, still being plagued a little bit by low pressure, especially to the north, with some showers or longer spells of rain. To the middle part of next week, a little bit more of an influence from the Azores high already by Wednesday, the 14th of June. So southern areas are mostly dry by middle of next week and quite warm. A little bit more unsettled still in the north and in the west too. But as we go into the second half next week, that ridge from the Azores high continues to strengthen. There we go, up to Friday the 16th of June. We've got high pressure centred over the country. Looks very dry and warm. Temperatures again could be going into the mid-20s Celsius there as we're ending next week in a good deal of sunshine. And these dry and warm conditions continue through into the weekend, the 17th, 18th of June. This could be our first proper sort of barbecue weekend, if you like. Get the barbecue sizzling. Not this weekend, but next weekend, if this comes off. Loads of sunshine and warm temperatures as well. Notice the jet stream indicated by the black line here, that's being shoved up to our north. And it's this area of high pressure that's dominating through not just the UK, but many central and western parts of Europe as well. So it looks like we're breaking out of the unsettled weather next week. We've got a few more days of showery conditions to continue, particularly so for the north, less so for the south. But in the south, there might be some showers at times. We go through next week. It looks so day by day, we gradually start to get more of an influence from the Azores high. The second half of next week and into that weekend of 17th, 18th of June, looks like we're going to build in the ridge and produce probably quite an extended spell of dry and warm weather. So summer, I think we can say it's on its way back, but it's still a little way off. So I'll be a little bit more confident about it by about Saturday, Sunday. But at the moment, it looks like summer's coming back next week. Right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.